Welcome to the Our League app, and today we're looking at the Coral Challenge Cup round and also the AB Sundex 1895 Cup. I'm Alex Simmons.
I'm Leon Price.
And we're going to go through all the games priced here. It's a massive weekend of action. Let's start with the competition you know so well, the Challenge Cup. How many times have you won it?
6.
6, just the 6.
Just 6, just like Liverpool have won the European Cup 6 times.
I don't need to get that in with the Tottenham fan.
I don't need to keep bragging it though, like them Scouser fans.
This weekend we saw some great action, but we've got to talk a little bit about a story that's broken today. Callum Watkins set to leave Leeds, one of the best players in the world. Were you surprised?
Yeah, very surprised. I can see why. I just think after everything, I think the kind of player that he's been, the kind of surface he's given the club, he's the captain. I know that he's been through a really tough time with injury, with his ACL injury. I'm just a bit surprised that they've kind of come to an agreement to let him go. I was hoping that he'd come right for next year with his ACL. ACL injuries can take 18 months to recover from, and I think he's only 11 months post-surgery, so he'll come good. Let's
go to the action now, because Hull FC, which Hull FC turns up, we don't know at the moment. They've had a big win, a big defeat at Magic Huddersfield, and come back this week, thrashing Catalans 51 points to 8. Where did that come from?
I've got no idea, because out of the old Magic weekend, obviously Saints were probably the best team there, but Hull FC were by far the worst team, weren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a disgraceful performance, absolutely disgusting, unacceptable. I'm not taking out away from Huddersfield either, because Huddersfield were good, but Hull FC were really, really poor. And then to come back with a 50-odd point against Catalan, who themselves have got international world-class players across the board, shows you what a yo-yo season they're having. I know for the players that are there, and Raders personally, and Lasty, and everybody involved in the club, Gaz Ellis and what have you, them performances at Magic are not acceptable. They can't have them. They can't have too many more of them, but you never know which team turns up. And then against Catalans, they were a completely different team and blew them off the park in the second half.
Some standout performers in the game. Mark Sneyd running the show.
Yeah, one fantastic thing about Sneyd is his game management. He controls the pace, the tempo of the game. His involvements are always high, and his kicking game was second to none. I'd say, other than Danny Brough, he has probably the joint first, maybe second best kicking game in the competition. And his game management, once they got in front, he just put the ball in touch, put the ball into the corners, kept on turning him around at the right time. So for me, his game management were crucial at the weekend.
2 of your former clubs in this game, and 2 of the past 2 winners of the Challenge Cup. Where do Catalans go from here now?
I don't know. I don't know where they go. The one thing you need to be chasing either the Super League or the Challenge Cup is consistent.
Yeah.
And for me, then both of those teams have been consistent at being inconsistent. And it's probably, so Raders has probably said, and the players have said, but I don't know where Catalan go from here. They're one of them teams that can pop you off, can take you either home or away. They can pop you off on a one-off performance, but I think week after week after week after week, it's not quite there.
Right, let's go over to Craven Park right now and catch up with Hull KR taking on the Warrington Wolves.
Clark waits. Massimo Soy with the tackle. Just 25 metres away though, the Wolves. Here is Patton. It's a really nice ball, and Jake Marmo is in for the opening try for the Warrington Wolves. The favourites strike first in East Yorkshire.
Goal 3.
Darryl Clark, Aquala. Darryl Clark fires the ball wide for Jason Clark, and that's some good footwork to evade the first couple of defenders. Here is Ben Curry. And now Goodwin. Goodwin cuts back on the inside. It's a brilliant ball, and Blake Austin is going to go over. 60 seconds left in this first period, and Warrington strike for the second time.
Go.
Among the tacklers for Hull Kingston Rovers, they're just 10 metres away, they're the Warrington Wolves. This would be a really important time to strike, and Lynham trying to do it, and Lynham has stretched over the former Hull FC man. He was Simbin in the first half, and he's come back to strike at the heart of Hull Kingston Rovers.
Go.
Scrambling by Maguire. Patton. Austin back on the inside. Ben Murdoch-Masila close range. Ben Murdoch-Masila unstoppable, and Warrington go further ahead. Darryl Clark. That's Bryson Goodwin.
Stole that ball.
It's countered by Ben Crooks, and it's a foot race between Ben Crooks and Ben Curry. Crooks against Curry, and Crooks is going to win the race. Hull Kingston Rovers have a lifeline. Ben Crooks slams the ball into the turf. Exactly what they needed. Last one coming up. Atkin back on the inside from Maguire. That was brilliant. And Hall is quick. Hall's got support. And they've got the try. Josh Drinkwater goes in. This one isn't over yet. Josh Drinkwater right in front of the posts.
Go.
It was so close to Maguire's kick, and they're chasing it. And Drinkwater has got there first. Josh Drinkwater gets his second try. Tim Sheens watches on intently I should say, as it is intense. Oh, it's brilliant. Smuggled out to Blake Austin, and Austin has support, and they're going to go in. Is that the match winner for Ben Curry and the Warrington Wolves? Possible hard take coming up for Hull Kingston Rovers.
Hold. So on.
Drinkwater. That was Maguire. Found Hall right at the last. Stepping back this way. They've not given this up yet. Hull Kingston Rovers. And Craig Hall is in. 3 minutes to go. Craig Hall slices through the Warrington cover. This one may not be over yet. It's been a huge performance from Hull Kingston Rovers, but last year's beaten finalists progress to the last 4 in 2019. They've been made to work so hard for it. They've been pushed all the way.
Pricey, what a result. 22 points to 28. I've got to be honest, at 22-0, I turned the TV off. I didn't see the second half because I thought this is a walkover for the Warrington Wolves team, especially Jake Mamo stepping in for Steph Ratchford and doing such a good job.
Yeah, Mamo's a class player, and he showed in his time that at Huddersfield what a quality player. So I've not really been surprised by that. I think the turning point of the game was when Warrington went down to 11 men, and I think Hull KR had maybe about 10 sets attacking their try line and couldn't get over the line. And I think once Warrington showed that resilience, I don't think Hull KR really could take confidence from that. I think they kind of recoiled into themselves, and then from there they shouldn't really lose a game from 22 points up. They're in a little bit of trouble. I think they're at the wrong end of the table. They've been at the wrong end of some bad results lately, but to come back and bring the scoreline to as close as it is shows that they've got potential to play against some tough teams. So without a doubt, they need some results. They need some results soon.
Over to the Totally Wicked Stadium, your old club St Helens, big winners over a strong Wakefield team. Yeah,
I think Wakefield struggled. They had to bring Danny Bruff back, who just had a wire out of his thumb. But he struggled a little bit defensively. I think that kind of backfired a little bit with him not playing for a while. Thought it was quite a scrappy game, quite a poor game, quite loose. But St Helens are by far the best team in the competition so far this league. There's no team that can match them at the moment. The only team that I think can get near him are Warrington, and even they've struggled against them in recent weeks. Johnny Lomax is playing out of his skin. He's on top form. For me, with Blake Austin, the standout half-backs in the competition by far. He's taking on the line, he's playing on that left edge, coming off his outside foot, and his combination with Zeb Taylor is just, it's fantastic. So, same to the team to beat. Can
you see them doing the treble this year?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, absolutely. I think there'll be a lot.
You're going Saints treble right now.
I'm a Saints boy.
Yeah, totally.
So, no, I just think.
Who would you love more, Saints or Bradford?
Same.
But
I think
I'm telling you more.
don't tell any fans. No, I just think after last year, them being in the position where they were fantastic and they were the form team, and then to lose it like they did and come away with no trophies, I think they'll be so much better for this season. I think this year Holbrook's brought in players. He's rotated the squad, whereas last year he didn't. So it shows that he's learning. So yeah, I think saying to it's theirs to lose.
All 3 trophies theirs to lose?
All of them.
Wow, big call from Pricey. Right now, let's go over to your favourite club, and I know it's your favourite club. Go over to the Providence Stadium, Odsal, for Bradford Bulls taking on the Halifax team.
Put a ball, played into the gap, good play.
Lovely hands on that left side, and Bugger Johnston opens up the taps. He's got support inside. He's now Ruben Mills. Will the swimming instructor give Bradford Bulls the lead? Yes, he will. 7 gone. Bradford in front. Come away to that left side now. Morel will hang that kick up into the in goal. Great leap! What a try! If he's got that down. Oh.
I think this could be a penalty try.
So Steve Tyra has an 8-point try. So it's been given as a penalty try. Last tackle for Bradford, 25 away. Wildy sends up the kick. The chase is off from Jake Webster. It's gathered in, and Webster's dropped it. And Webster might just have scored here.
He's pulled a rabbit out of that, literally.
He made the chase, he led the chase, and he leads Bradford back into the lead. Bradford 10, Halifax 8. Jay Webster trying to apply some squeeze. Taken in by Morrell, passing at the line. That's much better. Done top brilliantly. They've broken through here. Will this be the try? Yes, it will. Scott Griggs, the poacher, pops up for Halifax. 2 points in it. Who has the metal? Oh, that ball comes loose and Wildy's pounced. It's a foot race now. Wildy puts the hammer down and Wildy scores. Handed on a plate. A generosity gift for Bradford. Can they unlock the defence? Can they find a route through this wall of black here? They've gone to that short side. Oh, brilliant work from Woodburn Hall. Support, big dummy. Oh, he's through. James Woodburn Hall has lit up the game. Lit up Onsall. What a response from Fax. 16-18. They take control of the Northern Union in 1895. Halifax have booked their spot in the Coral Challenge Cup semi-finals with victory against Bradford. See what it means to the men in blue and white.
Brycey, where do we start with this one? What a game, another great game given to us by Bradford Bulls. And obviously Halifax coming up victorious with a bit of Jamaican magic from James Woodburn Hall. But talk to me about your thoughts on the game.
Well, I think it was the weekend for the big guys, wasn't it? It was a weekend for the dad bods. Ruiz won the heavyweight championship of the world, looking like me. And then Scott Morrell's thrown in a Challenge Cup performance of the weekend, looking like Ruiz. So I think fantastic performance by him and the Halifax team. They were the underdogs. You know, obviously not many people talked about them to win, but I had a funny feeling that they'd get this victory. I thought the first half they were poor, they were quite poor, and then second half Morrell just took charge and took complete control of the game.
Well, what I loved about Scotty this weekend, at half-time he came over, did an interview, and he'd known, they'd done the homework. John Camus had done the homework on his kicking game. Jordan Lilly sweeping up, Rowan Mills sweeping up. Without a turning point, Rowan Mills breaking the leg. Best of luck in your recovery, mate. But that really did affect the team, even though Matt Wildy stood in very well in the halfback. Yeah,
it's a really, really difficult position to replace once you stand off half goals. You know, it's a specialist position, and Rowan had started the game really well. Lovely face ball to the centre, quick hands put Ross onto the winger, and then he backed up on the inside and scored the first try. He was looking sharp, he's been playing well, his kicking game's been coming on. So he's been growing with confidence, and then to boom, have that bad injury, broken leg, and to have to put your 9 to 6, and to put your other 9 on, it kind of messes your balance of the team. And I think you're right, that was the number one thing that messed Bradford up this weekend, absolutely. I thought the subs were poor. I don't think Ross Peltier had a really big start, and then he didn't put him back on until the last 5 minutes of the game. I don't think that's long enough for your big guys, for your real big guys who were having an impact. And,
he was having a big impact.
And he only came back on for the last 5 minutes of the game. It's a big section of a half to miss, is having one of your most dominant prop forwards not come on till 5 minutes ago. So I thought that backfired.
Halifax though going in, and the draw obviously. Getting Saints, could they beat Saints in any way, shape or form?
The romantic. If I was a romantic, I would say yes, but I'm quite a realist, and if Saints play it, probably 50% to still beat them. I think. If they catch Saints on a really, really off day, I think Saints will beat them. But that's because Saints, for me, would beat anybody.
Yeah.
No, it's not as a reflection of Halifax. Just
but what about the Scott Morrell factor?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Scotty Morrell.
And Todsy Tyra, Steve Tyra, my ex-Saints teammate. He'll be playing against them as well. Listen, let's not take out away from Halifax here. Let them go. No matter the scoreline, they've already won. Yeah. They're going to play in a Challenge Cup semi-final. The first championship team to play in a Challenge Cup semi-final since 2006, which was Hull KR versus St Helens, which I was playing in. Yep. So that's why I remember it. So they've already won. Fantastic for Halifax as a club.
Great club.
For Simon Griggs, for Scott Griggs, who's only just taken over to lead his team now for I think it's 4 or 5 wins out of 6 games to get into a Challenge Cup semi-final. It's fantastic. So well done to them.
Mate, outstanding. Well done, boys. Obviously, the other draw, Hull FC versus Warrington. Where is your money?
Well,
where's your money?
Well, Hull FC's going to turn up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This must
you
be,
tell me.
I don't know.
You're the expert.
I'm not an expert. It blows my mind because I know Radas really well. Spent 2 fantastic years there. Know some of the lads that are still there that are playing. And you don't know which Hull's going to turn up. If the good Hull turns up, can very easily beat Warrington and very easily be in a Challenge Cup final again. If the bad Hull turn up, you can get beat by 60.
Yeah.
So we just don't know, and that's the honest truth.
Well, we'll find out pricey at the University of Bolton Stadium, 27th of July. Get your tickets now. It's going to be a great day. Halifax fans, Saints fans, neutrals, Hull fans and Warrington fans. What a day of rugby league to look forward to. Also, the 1895 Cup. Let's move on now. So it's firstly sponsored this week by AB Sundex. Cool. Laura Beaumont, Derek Beaumont from Lee. Obviously, it's their big company. Let's start off Batley 38, Rochdale 18. Big win for Batley. Dreaming of Wembley.
Absolutely, Disco's had a really tough and inconsistent start to the season, and I think there were quite a lot of pressure on him at the start of the season because there were quite a lot of results that didn't go their way. But Don Brambani, one of my real good family friends who I've known since we were kids, he played his 100th game for Batley this weekend. So congratulations to him. Nice to see them get the win on such a big occasion for Dom, who's had a fantastic career and a really good friend of our families.
Third consecutive win as well. It's so important to start building momentum in rugby league, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's the right time of the season to build momentum. Like we said, they've been through a difficult period, but really looked to got some consistency back, got some good players, and they're starting to look good again.
Big shout out to the Dewsbury crew as well. And Stephen Downs went over this week, interviewed him for the Our League, Getting to Know You. He's a fantastic lad, doing a great job. And they got a big win. He were hoping for a big win. He wants to get to Wembley. 44 points to 26 over Swinton. Some standout performances. Rob Warrancy, good friend of ours, 2 tries, rolling back the years. Sam Day, 2 tries as well. Lucas Walshaw, great bloke is Lucas Walshaw. With getting over for a meat pie as well.
Yeah, a really good performance, really dominating performance. 44 points at home is fantastic. Rob Warrancy, old legend.
Yeah, he's an old legend.
And he's one of them players, I don't know if you know, I've always... I've been a little bit jealous of Rob Warrancy. His body is unbelievable. He's like a racehorse, and his hamstrings curved back. He's got abs. He's chiselled.
Tripod.
And he's just a good player. He's a good old player, and been around a long time. And a good stint at Halifax, and still going real well. 2 tries at weekend. Lucas Walshaw, Sam Day, Tobias Richardson. So yeah, they've had people across the board that have all contributed to a really good performance.
I reckon Derek Beaumont said, "I'm sponsoring this cup." Me and Laura saw, we want to win it. 62 points lead over Workington, your team, 12. Obviously, there's a division difference, but that's a real marker down. Greg McNally getting on for a hat-trick. James Bentley on loan from Saints doing the well.
Yeah, and also it was the return of Gazok, wasn't it? The Butcher. Legendary Gazok, which I think is a massive signing. A massive signing for Leeds. He's a crowd favourite.
He's big, isn't he?
And if he can get
Is he one of the toughest ever?
Yeah, he's a tough lad. Yeah, he's really tough, yeah. So like I say, it's a dominating performance, 62-12. So...
Workington obviously struggling against the Championship side. Danny Tickle getting over Carl Forber. You know those boys really well. They've got to build and go again and really focus on League One. Yeah.
Their main objective now will be the league. They need to get some consistency back in their team, so they'll be concentrating on the league.
Big result. The big result for me. Oldham 12, Doncaster 24. I predicted with Hendo last week a big win for Oldham. Doncaster, what do we know? Nothing. That's right, nothing. Doncaster, like similar to Hull and the dual Redgery Hull, inconsistent all year.
Yeah, they have.
Getting that win and another week closer to the main man, Rangi Chase, coming back. Go on, Rang.
Yeah. Well, listen, we needed this performance, wasn't it? Yeah. This win we really needed. And listen, Doncaster are a really good team. This is what's really surprised me all season. They are a good team. They're well coached. They've got some good players, and they're usually tough to beat. But they've been a bit inconsistent this year. Big win for them. Nobby Naylor won't be happy at Oldham. He'll be moody about that one because they've been, since they got Langtree back, they've been going real well. Yeah. So they'll be angry. He'll be angry this week.
He's a very good player for that division.
Yeah, he's the back rower of the competition, without a doubt.
York 30, Newcastle 16. Big result because they went behind initially to Newcastle, who were putting a very spirited performance. Yeah,
really close at half time. I think I was following the scoreline. I know that Newcastle were in front for a little bit of that game. York are a very well drilled team. They've got a very good squad across the board, so they're probably one of the toughest teams to beat for me in the Championship. So I think the scoreline probably reflects where the two teams are in Championship and League One.
Can you see York this year getting into the playoffs?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I've said all along. They're very well drilled, and the signings that they made in pre-season were very astute. There were players that maybe not everybody would have heard of, but there was good players. Jack Blackburn, just the signs some really good players.
Josh Jordan Roberts
from Leeds. They've got a good squad, and that squad's been together for a long time. I think they'll definitely be in the playoffs, and I think they'll be a tough team to beat. I think they'll be right up in the mix.
Let's talk about the one Championship game this week. Widnes, big win over the Sheffield Eagles.
Yeah, Widnes back on track. I think it was the first win in 4 games. Sheffield were disappointed. They started off the season really, really well, didn't they?
36-6 it was.
Yeah, it's a hammering, isn't it?
It is hammering. And the wheels have been falling off. A couple of really bad injuries. Matty James, the big go forward, losing him is a cruel blow for Sheffield.
It is, yeah. But you would expect them to deal with losing one player better than what they have done. Like I say, we started the season really, really well. They were up the top with Toronto, weren't they? So they'll be looking to get some consistency back in their performances.
A big week at Rugby League in the 1895 Cup and also in the Championship and League One. Let's go through the fixtures right now. Wednesday night Rugby League, Barrow versus Bradford, which I believe is on the Our League app. Halifax versus Sheffield, and Widnes versus Featherstone. Give us the winners in those 3 games.
Well, from what I hear, Bradford are sending up a kids team. They're sending out the second or third team that they're going to send up there. So I might go Bradford for Barrow win for that one.
Barrow win.
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I think now they're out of the Challenge Cup, it's a good chance to get to Wembley. So I think Bradford won't send the kids. I think it might just be a bit of...
Mind games.
Yeah, mind games from John Kay.
JK's playing mind games.
He's a wise old head.
He is.
He'll want to get to Wembley. So I think he might send up an half-decent side, one that he expects to win. So I'm going to go Bradford. Halifax versus Sheffield. Can they pull in a performance on a Wednesday following the high of this weekend?
I think Sunday night they went out and partied really hard and a skin full of lager, and they won't be able to back up on the Wednesday. So I'm going to go Sheffield win.
Sheffield, I'll go Sheffield for Big Keith as well. Widnes versus Featherstone. Tough one. Both in form.
Yeah, Featherstone coming in form, signing a Dane Chisholm, scored an hat-trick last week, didn't he, in his performance against Bradford Bulls. Widnes got the first win in 4 games last week. 50-50 game. I'm just going to go just Widnes.
I'm going Fev. So Fev. Into the weekend, Saturday afternoon, 2 games, one in the Championship, one in League One. First the Championship, York versus Toulouse. Massive game.
Big game, top of the table clash. I'm going to go for a York win.
York win. I'm going to go York as well. I'm going to support the boys. Go the York. Into Sunday for the Championship, Bradford Batley, local derby. Where's your money?
This is a tough one. I think Batley will come into this with all the confidence of turning Bradford over because they're playing well. Bradford losing the standoff on the back of a bad result after playing 3 games in a week. I'm going to go Batley win.
Batley win. I'm going to go Batley because I'm a local. I live near there now. So, yeah, sign me up. Dewsbury versus Rochdale.
Yeah, Dewsbury win. Dewsbury win. I think they're playing well. It's at home. Rochdale have struggled all season to find a win. Dewsbury win.
Lee versus Halifax.
Lee versus Halifax. Wow, that's a tough one. I think Lee are coming into form.
At home at Lee as well.
Yeah, and Halifax, will be their 3rd game in a week, so I'm going to go for Lee.
Yeah, I probably agree with you on that one. Sheffield versus Featherstone.
Sheffield home win.
Featherstone away win. Widnes versus Barrow.
Widnes win, home win, big.
Yep, I reckon I agree. Swinton, Toronto. There's only one winner. Good luck, Swinton. I think Toronto look just leagues apart, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they look fantastic.
Into League One for the weekend. The Saturday game, West Wales Raiders versus Workington.
I'm going to go West Wales.
Pricey goes West Wales. I'll go Workington Fuse Buggy. Crusaders versus Newcastle.
Yeah, I've lost me now. Yeah, Newcastle win.
Newcastle win. Whitehaven Coventry.
Whitehaven win.
And Doncaster versus Oldham. Repeat at Doncaster.
Doncaster home.
Doncaster home win. I'll go there as well. Thank you so much for listening today. Don't forget, tune into our league Wednesday night for the big game. We'll see you next week right here, Championship. I'm Alex Simmons.
I'm Leon Price.
Good night. God bless.